This is Marty Carrell here. I am the CEO with Women's Resource Center, and just can't tell you what a privilege I have of being here and leading in this organization. It's just a treat for me. Honestly, I get up every morning, and like I tell my husband, I'm just ready to wake up already because I want to come into my job and see what impact or what difference that we can make in our community. I'm thankful to have this privilege to do that. And but as you all know, in the last couple of weeks, we've seen a lot of changes. A lot of things happen. Even though we are in the office working, it looks totally different. And one of the things that, or several things that I have been focusing on or just thinking about during this time, and a lot of times like this that force us to step back and reassess what we are doing are really good. And so, but what we do in that time, like in every other time that we are involved with, what we do in that time is what prepares us for what is to come. And that's one of the most valuable lessons I have learned over the years, and that if I could speak into, especially the next generation, is to get everything you can get out of the moments you are in, because they are stepping stones for where you are going. And I have been under some great people. I've been in some very hard situations at times, places like, why am I here? But really try to embrace that in my life through all the years that I have worked, and trying to take that concept in what I'm doing right now. You know, as a leader, you always are trying to envision, and I'm a visionary leader, so I'm always trying to vision where we're going, what we're doing, and feel like that I get that plan, this is what we're going to do, and then all of a sudden, roadblocks, things happen, you know, we have to readjust. And so, but oftentimes readjusting doesn't mean abandoning the vision. And I think that's very important during this time. And it is important for us to sit back and say, hey, was what I see in where we need to go as a business, or as a, we are a faith-based organization, as a, is that where we need to go? But having that sure vision, when the tough times do come, don't deviate from them. You know, you may have to readjust some things, but stay grounded in the vision you have. You know, there's a saying that without a vision, we perish. So it's important for you to have that vision. And also, there's another saying, you know, write it down, write the vision down. I think this is a great time to do your vision board if you don't have one. You know, some of you may not know how to do that. Well, Pinterest, well, I mean, they'll show you everything, you know. so Pinterest it, or Google it, or get with some people that know how to do that. There's a lot of bloggers that's kind of their thing, is visioning. I actually started doing that last year, or year before last, for this organization, and it really, a lot of times I may not even look at the board, but there's other times I do, and it reminds me, it aligns me back into what we're doing. It aligns me back into that focus. So what I'm really encouraging you as a young leader, you know, we're all leaders. It's just, so you're leading wherever you are. You know, and the whole key there is, how are you leading? You know, and who is following you? And so, so I take this time as a leader, which you are, and use this time to vision where you want to go. What is next for you? If you are a junior in high school, or wherever that may be, think about the next 4 months. Let's say 3 months. And then think about 6 months from there, and think about a year from there, and then you could go on. But what do you want to see happen in the next 3 months? Where do you need to grow yourself? Where do you need to maybe come under and mentor under somebody? Find that mentor that you can emulate. I heard somebody say this. I read a book one time, and I don't remember what the book's name was, but it said, find somebody that you want to be like and become their bat boy. Now, all of you who are baseball players, softball players, you know what that means. is that somebody is picking up the bat. And if you've ever been a bat boy or bat girl, you're running out there picking up your bat. Why is that important? Because you're right up next to the person who's hitting the home runs. And you're able to see them in a way that nobody else can. So use this time to either, follow somebody, start listening to podcasts, read things. Maybe it's somebody even in your own home that you may not have even ever thought that that's somebody you can learn from. Most likely, a lot of you at your age, your parents don't have too much, or did you think that you can learn from it? They're there for a reason. So find things that they do well and learn those things that they do well. My daughter is a first grade teacher in Opelika, up in Auburn. And I remember when she was in the 3rd grade and 4th grade, and she was just talking about some teachers or a teacher in particular, and she was like saying some negative things, not bad, but just some things that she didn't like. And at a 3rd and 4th grader, I couldn't imagine what it was back now, but she said, I said, well, Hannah, you need to learn all the good things and even all the bad things from every teacher you have, and determine what you want to take in with you to be that teacher. Be that kind of teacher that you know is important. So, to say all that, take where you are, get a vision. If you already have that vision, you know what you like, you know your gifts, you know what you're called to do, and stick with that. Continue in that. Grow that. None of us stop growing. I'm 57 years old and I'm learning something new every day. And connect to other generations. If there's anything I can challenge you to do, is connect to somebody that's totally maybe 3 generations moved from yours and learn something from them. They have something, they have a wisdom to give you that you would never have. But I'm also challenged, like your grandparents or your parents or somebody like that, turn and learn from the next generation, because this generation has so much to offer us that I never have. It's an enthusiasm and an excitement, and I'm excited to see how this next generation, will lead us in our community. So I really challenge you to take this time, and it's been difficult because I'm having to adjust through things, the what ifs, if this happens, that happens, but to stay true to, get your vision, know what your vision is, and stick with that, and be disciplined in it. It's not easy. Sometimes it's difficult. You don't want to do it. You don't feel like it. Or if everything starts going crazy, we almost kind of lose it right in the middle of it. But it's almost like, have you ever seen those movies? I mean, I'm a big war movie kind of person. And the bomb hits, and then everybody's kind of going disoriented, goes crazy. And they can't go with all that. They have to stay centered, to stay there and reassess, readjust. Okay, where are we? Where we're going? And you continue on. So I challenge you as a leader, continue on. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue to build your strengths. Continue to grow in those things, and find people that you can come under and learn those things. I would love it for any of you that want to come here and come alongside here. And we've got so many great leaders. I know a lot of you know Jada Fisher. She's one of my most favorite people, a great leader. She would be great to have and come along. I'd love you to do that with me, and just be along, side us. And I want to kind of leave you with this, is that there's nobody like you, and you hear that all the time. But only you have been gifted the way you have been gifted. And what a shame, what an awful, really just awful thing if you didn't rise up above that in this time, this time, because I believe there are going to be great inventors, people that are inventive, people are creative, people that will change a culture, that will rise up out of that. And I challenge your generation, you personally, to be the one that does that. So find your vision, stick with it, find ways you can grow in it. And the last thing is be teachable. Be teachable. Because we never stop learning, we never stop growing, and why would we want to?